We got our matching PJs on. Bye.
Bye. You got bunny? Oh yeah.
These little ones.
They're love hearts.
Love hearts. They're puppies.
Yeah. We're making pancakes.
Valentines. Hey, Mummy, Lottie out there.
Oh, perfect.
Wow, make a really good pancake.
Yeah. What are you doing in there? He likes eyeballs. Look at Teddy. Hello, Novi. And then maple syrup on top. Yeah?
Yeah.
We got some sprinkles as well, I think.
Put some sprinkles on.
Some strawberries, Nove.
Daddy didn't have one of these that had chocolate heart. The winter was really.
Good morning, everybody. It's actually not the morning anymore. It is the afternoon. I feel like I'm going to sneeze.
Say pineapple.
No,
And then it stops it.
No, I want to.
I've ruined it now. Sorry.
Oh my god. No, it's gone. As you can see, we are sat in the car. We have actually just been out to lunch, which was so nice. It's Valentine's Day, and we managed to like sneak a couple of hours out of the house, just the two of us.
There's no girls in the back.
There's no girls. Alfie's parents have just watched the girls, and it was really nice. We went to Flint House and had
It's so lovely.
Lovely lunch. So I will insert a couple of little clips from that.
One and then like the rest of the others.
Yeah. Today that's gone. On our way out of town, we picked up some boho gelato ice cream, which is such a throwback.
It felt like very nostalgic today.
Yeah, it did.
It felt like a throwback, like just us two, mooching around the
loved
lanes,
it.
not in a rush, going to boho gelato. We even got the one flavour that we used to eat all the time.
Carrot cake. I actually said, what's the most popular flavour? And she said carrot cake. Still loving the carrot cake. Also, I am going to do like a bit more of a chat to camera. Today has just been a bit like here, there and everywhere. So I thought it would be nice for us to do a little Q&A, catch up a little bit. But I will just say, I've got braces. This is the first video I filmed where I've got my braces on.
Like full-on braces.
Full-on braces.
Invisalign kind of thing before.
I don't have them on the bottom. I just have them on 6 front teeth. And the reason for that is because I've got one tooth that is just being really, like, what's the word? Stubborn. That's the one. And it needs pulling at the root, and the retainer just wasn't quite pulling it enough. And my dentist was like, we can look at lots of different options, or we could do a fixed brace. It's up to you. Fixed brace would be quicker. I was like, let's just do fixed brace. It's not going to be for too long, but it is getting a bit of getting used to. So sorry if that is like all you're looking at.
It's not very visible.
I think it's so visible. It's my top lip.
Yeah, but it's one of those, like your mouth, everything feels bigger in your mouth than it actually is.
Yeah, it feels like I've got like someone else's teeth in my mouth. Anyway.
It's literally a couple of months, and then they'll be like how you want them forever.
Yeah, but I do keep catching myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh my god, it's me when I was 12 with braces. Like, God, because I had braces before. That's the whole irony in this thing.
And you do get food stuck in them as well.
Oh yeah, so fun times, fun times. Bought Ottie a little Valentine's bath bomb because she is as much of a fan of Lush as me. And that is our morning. Probably going to go inside now and see what the girls have been up to while we've been away.
It's a lovely day.
It's beautiful.
Very nice.
Cold.
Very cold.
Yeah, it's cold, but it's beautiful. But yeah, just want to say hi, start the vlog, and I hope you enjoyed the little montage from breakfast and lunch. So, it is... Oh, where did I put my phone? Okay, I kind of need my phone. Hang on. Oh, okay. It feels so strange to like sit down and film like this. It has been a while and I feel like I didn't properly introduce this vlog. I just kind of filmed the montagey bits of Valentine's Day. But hello everybody, I thought it would be nice to start the year off with a little video and just us sitting down. I haven't done a Q&A in a really long time and it feels like ages since we did Vlogmas. I mean, it's not been that long, but in terms of like, you know, connecting with you, it's been a while. As you can see, I am sat in Ottie's room. Alfie was like, where are you filming? I was like, in Ottie's room. He's like, why? It just has the best lighting, guys. As you know, this was the guest room before it was Ottie's room, and I would always sit here and do my makeup and chat to you, and it just, I don't know, it feels calm in here as well. Like, I love being in Ottie's room so much. It's like the best vibes, and I just thought that that would be nice for this little Q&A. Before we start with the questions, I just wanted to quickly chat to you guys about BetterHelp, which I have previously chatted to you about, and they are the paid partner of today's video. And I do notice that this time of year can be particularly challenging for a lot of people, whether that is the weather or the feeling and expectation of starting a new year with all these kind of goals and, I don't know, setting yourself up with like things you want to achieve. It can feel very overwhelming, and I have to say I definitely felt that way at the beginning of this year, hence probably why I haven't filmed a video up until this point. I find the come down from Christmas so huge, and I know I can't be the only one. Like, please tell me there is somebody else out there that finds that like the like excitement and driving towards the thing, like the big moment, the big Christmas moment, spending all this time with friends and family, and like, I feel like, you guys know how much I love Christmas. I feel like I get so into the enjoyment of the festive season that when it is gone, I get really sad. Like, I hate that like there's nothing to look forward to in a way. January as a month is just not the most fun, so I do apologise if you have a birthday in January. Obviously that is fun, but just in general I find it quite a hard month, and I know that there are a lot of people out there that also find this time of year particularly hard. It is a beautiful sunny day today. We've had a couple of sunny days, and I have to say I have felt that, like, the sun has brightened my mood and it's been amazing. I think it's the feeling that spring is around the corner. I love that feeling so much. All through my like teen years, early 20s, I'm sure I've said it 1,000 times here on YouTube, that autumn is my favourite season, and I do believe it's still up there with one of my favourite seasons. However, I think I need to change my answer to spring. I think spring is my season. I love the flowers coming up. I love everything feeling fresh and new, and the sun coming and going out for walks, but it's not too hot, and it's just like being outside and just enjoying life a little more. Anyway, if you are having big feelings, around this time of year, or the expectation of the year ahead, or you've had a particularly tough Christmas, or you're just finding the start of the year particularly tricky, BetterHelp could be an incredible option for you. If you're new to the concept of BetterHelp, it is a platform full of trusted therapists that they can connect you with in order to help you, give you a bit of non-biased advice, and they want to make it as easy as possible. You can simply go on over to their website, you fill out a very quick questionnaire with what it is in particular that you think you might need, and they will match you with a therapist in as little as a couple of days. You can communicate with them however you feel most comfortable, whether that is a video call or messaging or a phone call. It's completely down to you, and equally, if you find you're not vibing with the person that you've been matched with, you can ask to be matched with somebody else until you feel like you have found the right person. There is also a customer support team who are there to help you in any way if you've got any questions or anything in particular. So if you feel that that may benefit you, or you're having a particularly challenging or tough start to the year, then I will leave a link down below. Make sure to go and check it out. It is betterhelp.com/ZoeSugg, and that will get you 10% off your first month of therapy as well. So as I said, we'll leave that down below. It is there if you need it. Right, let's see, what questions have you asked? I actually have not scrolled through and looked at the questions you've asked me, so I have no idea. A lot of people asking how I am. Thank you so much, that is very, very sweet of you. I feel like I kind of have answered that. How is the wedding planning going? So we have a rough idea of when we want to get married, and it does require planning. I know this. I just don't really want to plan it. I just wish I could like turn up and it's already like done and all the decisions have already been made, and somehow someone's climbed into my head and made all of the things I can picture happening happen without me having to do it. But we haven't started planning, no. We haven't started planning, but we have an idea of what we want, we have an idea of when it's going to be, and we are going to start planning it, I promise. I feel like I've forgotten how to like make videos. Someone said, do you want a little boy someday, or are you guys happy with 2 little girls? It's so interesting to me how so many people think you want one of each. And I have been asked this question a lot. I feel like some of you watching this that have like 2 of the same probably know all too well how many people say, well, would you like to have, will you try, my favourite is, will you try again for a boy? We all know that isn't what happens. You don't try again for a boy. If Alfie and I were to ever have a third, which I don't think we will, it wouldn't be to have a boy. It would be to have another baby. It would be to have another person in our family, whether that was a girl or a boy. It's not up to us, you know, you can't choose, obviously. And it's so funny because I can't picture us with a boy. Like, I just can't. If we were to ever have a third, I feel like every time I say that I need to like bracket it with, which I don't think we will, just so you guys are clear, it would be a girl. Do you not think? Like, I can't picture a boy in our family. I don't know why. Not one part of me has ever thought, oh, it would be really nice to have a boy. I just feel so lucky to have Ottie and Novi, and I can't imagine that any different. So yeah, I don't know. No. I'm so happy just with 2 girls, and even when we found out Novi was a girl, which I already knew, like I knew it was a girl, it was like textbook, same symptoms, everything. I was so happy to have another girl because I loved having Ottie. Does that make sense? I remember saying to Alfie before we found out, I would be happy either way because we don't have a boy, and that would be something new and something different, and that's what both of us are used to. Alfie has Poppy, I have Joe. Equally, I've loved having a little girl so much, I would be so thrilled to have another little girl and to have that dynamic that I never got to experience, and to have 2 girls growing up together. I don't know. Ooh, after the years living in it, would you like to change something in your house? Interestingly, so how many years has it been now? 8 years living here? There is actually quite a few things I would like to change about this house now. I would like to change the colour. It's very grey. It's a very light grey. Like, I don't think it's that noticeable. Some of it's obviously darker grey, but there's definitely a lot of colour that I would change. I think I'm getting to the point where I want to change the carpets. Yeah, I am getting an itch to change things now. Nothing huge. I'm not saying like let's put a massive extension on the back, but we want to do the garden, and yeah, I think I would just like to change up. I think doing the girls' rooms and making them just feel a bit more fun and colourful has made me want to do the same in other areas of the house. And it has been, you know, 8 years. I think that's like a good amount of time. The downstairs toilet, I would quite like to change that wallpaper. Botanical is not a thing anymore. Not a question, but you and Joe should do a podcast together. I love your chats. That is so interesting. I don't think anyone has ever asked us to do that. It would be quite fun, I think, doing something with Joe. We don't really do anything together, do we? It would be such an interesting dynamic, I think, like the sibling dynamic. Yeah, that would be quite funny. I don't have any plans to do a podcast right now though. I'm already just feeling too overwhelmed at like making this video. So the thought of like trying to do anything else, this is gonna be a stripped back year, guys, just whilst I make the most of Ottie while she's still at home with us. How do you find yourself again when you feel like you don't know who you are anymore? This is such a good question, and I don't feel like I'm going to give it the justice it deserves in an answer, because I haven't thought about a really good answer for this, but it's such a good question. And I feel like I ask myself, sorry, the sun is setting like right in my eye. Maybe I'll shut that a little bit. There we go. It's like, I'm like, maybe, this is such a feeling after you have had a baby. I don't know if everyone feels this way. I certainly feel like this, even more so now I have Novi as well. Sorry, I'm sat in front of the radiator and it is hot, guys. I might have to take this off, but my bra's a little bit visible. It's not, look, it's not the best. It's quite a see-through top. What is tricky about answering this question is I don't think I have an answer yet. I think I'm in this. I very often am just living day to day in mum mode, living life with the girls, loving life with the girls, and then I'm so tired at the end of the day I don't even really fill up my own cup. And I know this is just like a phase of life, but I also know I could be doing more to fill up my cup. I think there are certainly things that I can be doing or putting more time aside to do. I'm just not right now. I feel too tired. I feel too tired. I don't know the answer to this. How do you find yourself again when you feel like you don't know who you are anymore? I'm gonna say the things I always think I need to do more of in order to feel like I'm myself again is doing the things I love to do before I had kids. Putting time aside with friends without your children. Doing things every now and then. Booking things in. This is key because you can't be as spontaneous. And I think just having little snippets where you can of doing things you love, or where all you're having to think about is you in that moment. I don't know, could someone else answer that for this person and for me? Thanks. Are the girls getting super alike, or are they totally different now that Novi is getting older? They have similarities, but ultimately they have very different personalities, which is so wild because obviously we really haven't done that much different with Ottie than we have with Novi. The only difference with Novi is that obviously she is coming into us having already parented, and she's coming into a dynamic where there's already another child. So I suppose she's never going to have the experience exactly the same as how Ottie had it, but we're not doing anything differently in terms of like parenting each of them, yet they are so different. Ottie is the most empathetic, caring, thoughtful, charismatic, enthusiastic, creative, funny, and what's it called when you're just like really intrigued by everything? I can't think of the word, you'll all be shouting it. She wants to know everything, she wants to learn everything. Whereas Novi is a bit more sensitive. She's a little bit more assertive. She can be a little bit more sassy, Novi. Ottie's quite like a steady personality, and I feel like Novi has two very different polar opposite personalities. One minute she's like cuddling up to you and just being the cutest, like softest, most gentle soul, and like she's sucking her thumb and she's got her snuggly and she's just smiling and looking up at you, and you just think like butter wouldn't melt, and she's just the cutest. And in a flick of a switch she could be snatching something off Ottie and like having a meltdown on the floor, and she's not even, and she's like 1. I think she's gonna be very fun and equally quite feisty, which I kind of love. I definitely see a lot of me as a child in Ottie, but with Novi I'm a bit more like, who are you like? I don't know, like Novi is just her own person. She knows her mind, she knows what she wants. I think she's going to be a very determined kid, and she's not as into people and emotions as Ottie. I think Ottie is going to do something in life that is caring for people. She's such a people person, whereas I think Novi's just quite happy like rolling day to day. I do think Novi might be a bit more confident than Ottie though. I think Novi's going to be a bit more daring, a bit more adventurous, a bit more willing to try stuff. I think Ottie can be a bit more like reserved, like to like sit back and like watch, which was like me. Whereas I think Novi's just gonna like run into things head first. So it'll be so interesting to see if I'm right, because these are just like the first little bits of their personalities. Like obviously Ottie's personality is a little clearer to me because she's a bit older, but yeah, I don't know, I find it so interesting how different they really are. How did you find your C-section recovery compared to your first birth? So much better. Oh my god, I feel like I could do a whole video on both births, because I don't really feel like I've gone into like too much detail on like what each birth entailed, but I found my C-section recovery so much easier. Just so you guys know, I had a planned C-section with Novi because my birth with Ottie, it's not that it didn't go well, it was still a very positive birth, but it had like a little hairy moment where Ottie just wasn't coming out. So in the end she was a ventouse. I had an episiotomy, snip snip, and she was a ventouse delivery, and very nearly an emergency C-section. So with that in mind, my recovery from that was long, and it was so up and down. It was just very like, one minute I felt okay, then I would have infected stitches, and then I kind of felt okay again, and then like it was just so like all these different things. I think my biggest issue that I had after that birth was that I had a my sacroiliac joint or muscle or whatever it is down here that kind of like is connected. It's like the base muscles up through your like coccyx and stuff there was trauma to that area, and I had severe pain every time I sat up. Like alleviating the pressure off was like excruciating for around 8 months after Ottie. Obviously it wasn't excruciating the whole 8 months. Like I worked with an osteopath and like did lots of different things to try and improve it, but I was told it would be a chronic pain if I didn't take it seriously and get it dealt with. So yeah, that was not fun. I was like, I'm not doing that again. Like the simple act of sitting and standing, which you do so many times in a day, was just, I would dread it for that amount of time, and it really impacted those like first kind of moments with Ottie as a newborn, because it was just like so infuriating. It made driving really hard. I would drive on my side, like on my hip. I would drive like this, like balancing, you can't see me, but I would balance on like one butt cheek basically. And now it's fine, but when I got pregnant with Novi, I was like, I don't want to do that again. Like that obviously second baby is slightly bigger than first babies, generally speaking, and I was like, no, if this baby's gonna be bigger than Ottie, there's no way she's coming out, because Ottie was a struggle. So I opted for a planned C-section, and it was the best thing I ever did. The recovery was linear, so it was like every single day I felt better and better and better. I liked that it was localized. There was one area that was like healing, rather than like everywhere down below that was like not okay for me with Ottie. And yeah, I just found it so much easier to recover from. But if you do want me to do like a whole video talking about like the births and I don't know, things that I found helpful, then do let me know. I just don't know if everyone is going to want that. Can you give discount code for the place to get a therapist? I swore that I would ask in the new year. Already done it. It is there in the description box. I'm going to do a couple more because the memory card is filling up. Can Novi walk now? Yes. She is off. She is walking. It is full on. But it's so cute. So many people are asking if there will be baby 3. It's a tough one, isn't it? I always thought I would know. Like, I don't know why. I just always thought like you would know after you'd had your second baby. I feel like a lot of people I know are like, nope, we're done. We're totally done. 2 is perfect. I feel like my life is complete. I'm like, I don't know. Some days I'm like, no, 2 is good. I love having 2. I can never imagine having another. And then some days I'm like, maybe I could. I don't know. I really thought it would be a very like clear-cut feeling, and it's not. It's really not. It's a huge thing to consider. Okay, let's end on this question. What are you looking forward to the most for springtime? Oh my gosh, so many things. I can't wait for like picnics in the garden, walks with the girls, being able to like go out and do more things. I'm excited for any trips away that we may have planned. The sweet PTP, I'm going to do that again because I loved that last year. Honestly, picking those sweet peas at the end of every day brought me so much joy. For any of you that may not have seen, I made like a little sweet PTP in the garden. I'll leave a little like picture here if I remember to edit it in. This could still be blank, that would be awkward. And it was super easy to do, and it was so much fun. So much fun. So I would say if you saw that last year and you want to give it a go, March I think is when I did it, maybe like early April is when I did it. So I'm going to be doing that again this year. What else am I excited about? I'm excited for Novi to like be more confident walking. She's super confident walking in the house, but she's still a bit unsure on like hard-footed shoes outside. Like the ground is very uneven out there. So we're still like, she's still kind of getting more confident like walking with actual shoes outside. But I feel like in spring she'll have that confidence and we can kind of like get out and about and like do more. And yeah, I don't know, I'm excited for longer evenings. Oh my god, I cannot wait to just feel like we've still got some of the day once the girls have gone to bed. I'm excited to have like mornings, I think even more so than the dark evenings. I'm a morning person. I'm awake pretty early every morning. Like this morning I woke up at 5 AM. I would like to feel like I'm like starting the day with the day. A little bit more warmth. It's been so cold, so like a nice little 18 degrees, 19 degrees, lovely. Let's have some of those. I need to like make a little spring bucket list, like things I want to do in spring. feel like I'm gonna have to cut some of these questions down so much. I'm such a rambler. We are out on a walk. Novi is in her little bike that she got for her birthday from Poppy and Sean. See, I'm not used to the new fringe with wind. Like, it just like keeps catching and then just like blowing. Yeah. Also, Ottie is at Alfie's parents today, which is why we don't have Ottie with us on the walk. We haven't just like left her at home. Novi's in her little bike. These things are so cute. They also bought one for Ottie for her first birthday. So now they've both got their own little bikes. Nove! Yeah. Is that fun? Yeah. A what?
Is it heron?
Did you say?
Don't film it. Don't.
Where? Oh, do you know what?
Look at it.
They are so creepy. I don't know if you can see it.
That is a heron, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a heron. Chilling in there. Can you guys see that? I feel like they're just like, look at it. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're huge when they're flying in the sky.
Almost like a little mini ostrich.
Really? Yeah, they're just one of those birds that have just always creeped me out. But yeah, this is lovely to get out in the evening. What's the time?
4 o'clock, half 4.
Half 4. Well, it's not dark at least. It's getting lighter and lighter every single day.
I think it's 7 minutes a day or something.
Is it actually?
I think so.
I did see somebody post something the other day that was like, in however many days the sun will be setting at 7 PM, and I was like, oh, I cannot wait. Hiya! Oh, handlebars. Can you reach them? Oh, her little nose looks so cold. Oh, almost.
Do you want to do a little wheelie?
Whoa! We are back off the walk. We're about to start dinner time. I actually have that thing where you have cold hands and you come into the warm and it feels a bit like stingy.
Tingly, yeah.
I love that feeling.
You like that?
Yeah. I
hate that
something
feeling.
fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open them with you.
Do something for the girls?
Technically.
But you'll enjoy it as much as them.
I will enjoy this a lot, and I think Ottie will enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit old for Novi.
Is it like a childhood thing that you had? I don't even know what it is. I have no idea what this is going to be. What's that? Groovy Chick.
So these are like old Groovy Chick magazines.
Celeb Trends.
Look. I just was like, I need to see what's in these.
It's even still got the freebies on the front.
Yeah, look. Glitter roller. I feel like I had this magazine. I feel like I bought this magazine. So, anyway, I just thought this would be a fun little trip down memory lane for me and Ottie. I just feel like Ottie's kind of getting into magazines a little bit, so I was like,
oh, she's gonna love this.
This will be so fun. Make it groovy. Jen's fab look.
Look at the celebs.
Aww.
That's fun.
So nostalgic.
That's right, Ottie's gonna love that.
Isn't she?
I love that they've all so many of them have still got the freebies on the front.
The hairstyles, honestly, look at this hairstyle.
Fab picnic food.
Imagine what this girl is doing now. I wonder what she's up to. Alfie and I are now getting ready to go to bed. Got myself a little snack. Chocolate malted milks. You have not lived until you have tried one of these. Malted milks are like a classic, right? They're like an old-time fave. Adding chocolate to them is game-changing. They're so good. Anyway, I'm gonna eat some of those, and Alfie and I are gonna watch the newest episode of White Lotus series 3. Very exciting. And I'm gonna end the video here. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being very patient and waiting till February for another upload. I feel like we gave you a video every day for a whole month and then just like dipped. But it was really nice to just take a breather, go into full hibernation mode, and now I feel like spring is coming and I don't feel so weird and shy about filming. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.